says it on the stairs there.
Easy.
He's live. We have one live one.
Thank you.
Medium live.
Good.
Okay.
There you go, sir.
And
look at that.
And a bouncer. Okay.
Yeah, you can say.
Sir, come over here.
You can stay here. What about you in the middle?
Why don't you stand right there?
Perfect.
Sure.
All right. Now put those hats on.
You stand there. Oh. I think the gentleman could come over.
Yeah, you could probably move.
I'm a kind of a stager. I stage things.
I know you're.
I direct.
There we go. You're fine. No, you look good. Now here's the thing. What's your name?
Kenny.
Kenny what?
Rajeski.
Kenny Rajeski. Polish.
No, Irish.
Irish, yes. Nothing more to do now.
Hey, are you free to take this place?
First of all, Kenny, you're beautifully dressed for the theater. I mean, out of curiosity, what would you wear if you were going bowling? With a thong and an attitude. You look great, Kenny. I don't care what they think. Okay.
And what's your name, sir?
Ron DeFries.
Uh-huh. And what do you do?
Too late.
What do you do?
I own my own business.
Right.
Yeah. In California, we call that male prostitution. Yeah, Florida is fine. Every day. What's your name, sir?
Chris.
Hey, Chris, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Are you?
I'm so excited.
You are? Well, we're excited to have you on stage. Now, where are you from?
I'm from California originally, but raised here.
Oh, raised here. Now you're back here.
Yeah, no, I just stayed here longer.
You just and are you visiting family?
No.
Okay, you know, no one cares.
Well, why do you keep asking
What do you
him?
do for a living?
I fix things.
Back to male prostitution. Well, all right. In the movie, The Three Amigos is a signature move called the Three Amigos Salute. And Steve and I are going to demonstrate.
Here we go.
Ready?
I'll teach it to you one move at a time. Here we go. And copy me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You did a reverse. You know, I'm sure you've got this before. And it's no big problem. Your thrust was late. All right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to sing a song, and when we point to you, the three of you are going to do the Three Amigos Salute simultaneously. I just have a feeling it's going to be a beautiful thing. Are you ready, Steve? Hello, each other and all for one. The three brave amigos are we. Brother to brother and everyone, a brave amigo. The three brave amigos are we, standing out evil till none remains. A brave amigo, the three brave. Because amigos will always together. And we are three brave amigos, and we'll be amigos forever. We are the three.
It's a little bit much.
Just say it.
Amigo!
There we go. Take it home. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Careful. There we go.
You know, those are among the best amigos we've ever had.
Unbelievable.
Really? The timing was unbelievable.
Yeah, kill for that time. I wish you had that kind of
I do
nature
too.
timing. Now, How beautiful is Clearwater?
I love it here. I used to come down here before I was a solo and play the banjo on the street for money. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Doesn't look like nothing.
Hey, so you would be like those guys in the corner? You just play music everywhere?
Play music.
And do you keep up with current music?
You know, by accident I do, yeah. You know, we have a, music player in our house where it spontaneously just starts. Whenever the song, well, it's a little out of date now, but the Levitating by Dua Lipa, whenever it comes on, my daughter runs in and she's dancing. I grab her by the arms and swing her around and toss her in the air.
How old is your daughter now?
She's 55.
Sounds pretty limber, you must admit. Hey, let me ask you something. Do you remember the actual first day we met?
Well, not like he does, because he has this memory that's uncanny, dates, times, weather. You have this sort of rain memory.
I do. It's a little bit of that. We met on July 13th, 1985. Come on, man. I don't remember what it was. No, I went to your house on July 13th, 1985 to pick up a script for Three Amigos, which Steve wrote, by the way. A beautiful house on Bedford Drive. I remember the old one, and I walked in. I was very excited to meet Steve Martin, but I could not believe this house, because not only was the house beautiful, but on the walls were some of the most important pieces of art imaginable. There was a Picasso here, and a Hopper there. I don't think you had your Hunter Biden yet, but it was beautiful. And I remember I said to him, I looked at this art, I said, how did you get this rich? Because I've seen your work. You know what you said to me?
Yes, I gave you the script, and I said, now, as you're reading it, and you come across Rick Moranis' name, just cross it out.
I remember seeing the awards wing in your home.
I don't have an awards wing.
No, Steve has an Oscar, thanks to Price Waterhouse, and it's very prominent. Well, that was the year the Academy was going for its coveted 65 to 80-year-old demographic. Actually, it's an honorary Oscar. No, it's great. That's amazing. It's the Soccer Participation Trophy of show business. How many Emmys do you have?
I want to say 5. Well, I want to say 5, but I have 1. I love that photo of you as a kid in Manhattan going to a nightclub show.
Yeah.
I mean, that must have been so wonderful.
It was so, well, I was, if you can imagine, this kind of showbiz nerd kid. But I had wildly supportive parents, very lucky when you think of it. My mother was a concert violinist. She was the first female concertmaster of a symphony in North America, the Hamilton Philharmonic. And my father was the president of the symphony. My mother, listen, truthfully, my mother was a brilliant violinist. I mean, you can't fake music. So anyway, I was very lucky. They were supportive, and in Hamilton, which is 40 miles east of Toronto, where I grew up, and in Toronto in the 60s was still a massive, still is of course, but a massive international showbiz center, and all the big stars would come to Oki Center, and we would drive in to see. I remember seeing Frank Sinatra when I was 15, although at that time he wasn't singing so much of his hits, he was trying to court the young by singing their music like, I shot the sheriff, however I did not shoot the deputy, ding dong, ding dong, ding. I saw Tony Bennett, I will come home to you, San Francisco. I saw Sammy Davis Jr., the Candy Man can. It was so exciting, but the most thrilling thing that ever happened to me at that age was when I was 18, I got to meet my first big international movie star, Katharine Hepburn. This would happen. She was doing a play in Toronto called A Matter of Gravity. And as we were driving in the 40 miles, my father said, now you're going to get to meet Kathy Pepper tonight after the show, because he had connections. And I thought, oh my God, I have to start preparing to know exactly what to say to her. Because that's just a rule of show business, to be prepared when you meet one of your idols. As you know, there are many rules of show business. You always take penicillin after a Leonardo DiCaprio pool party. If you see a crazed drifter in the park that looks like Gary Busey, it's Gary Busey. And by the way, if Gary suddenly jumps out of the woods at you, it's best just to play dead. When you pick up Tom Cruise, you must always remember to cradle the neck. Okay, all right. And anyway, so as I said, I planned exactly what I wanted to say to her. When she came up to me, we were standing in line, and I shook her hand. I said, Miss Hepburn, I just want to tell you that up until tonight, I always knew you were a brilliant film actress, but it wasn't until tonight I realized you were equally brilliant as a stage actress. And I thought she would say, thank you, and move on to the next person. But she didn't. She just actually started talking to me like I was a real person. She said, but didn't the sound quality of that theater bother you at all? I heard my bloody voice bouncing off the goddamn theater wall. I sounded like a cat being boiled.